The truth is out, and it's hard to ignore. The Cincinnati Bengals front office is knee-deep in a contract controversy that's spiraling fast. And at the center of it all is first-round pick Shamar Stewart. Just days before training camp, the situation has taken a dramatic twist, one that could shake up the Bengals' entire defensive outlook for 2025. So what's going on with Shamar Stewart? Why hasn't he signed yet? And is it really possible that he could sit out his entire rookie year? Before we dive into all the explosive details, if you're a true Bengals fan, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and hit that bell icon so you never miss a major update. Let's move on to the new news. Now, back to Stewart. The Bengals took a risk drafting him in the first round. With just 4 sacks in college, some fans were skeptical, but the front office saw potential, either as a long-term complement to Trey Hendrickson or possibly even his successor if Hendrickson is moved or unsigned. But instead of excitement, what followed was conflict. Behind closed doors, a major issue has emerged in Shamar Stewart's contract. At the core, the language in the guarantee clause. Traditionally, if a player violates the NFL's conduct code, say a failed drug test or a gambling infraction, only that season's guarantees would be voided. But according to insiders, the Bengals included language that could strip Stewart of guarantees beyond just 1 year. That's not normal, and that's why his camp is pushing back hard. And here's where things get even messier. According to multiple sources, the contract language doesn't just void guarantees for the current season if Shamar Stewart violates a conduct policy. It potentially wipes out all guaranteed money across the full length of the deal. Yes, you heard that right. A standard 4-year rookie contract? One incident could void every dollar of guaranteed pay. That's not just unusual, it's extreme. But now, there's another twist that makes the situation even more frustrating for Bengals fans. ESPN's Jeremy Fowler recently reported that Stewart's deal could actually pay him less than what last year's number 17 pick, Dallas Turner, received in Minnesota. That's not how rookie contracts are supposed to work. Typically, salaries and guarantee percentages increase slightly year over year. But in Stewart's case, the structure allegedly drops those numbers. If true, that's a major red flag. It adds fuel to an uncomfortable narrative that's haunted this franchise for years, that the Bengals are too cautious, too tight with money, or simply don't prioritize player investment the way championship teams do. And here's the reality. The NFL's salary cap is growing. Rookie pay scales are increasing. So offering below market terms to your first-round pick? That's not just a bad look. It risks alienating talent before they ever suit up in stripes. Shamar Stewart may not be a proven NFL player yet, but he's your first-round selection. If you're already in a tug-of-war over pay structure and contract protection before he's even hit the field, that says something bigger about where this team stands. So why is this such a major issue? Because it's not just about dollars. It's about trust. If last year's number 17 pick received a certain financial standard, how can the Bengals justify offering less to Shamar Stewart, a player taken in the same slot this year? It doesn't make sense, and Bengals fans are right to question it. Instead of stepping up to secure their top draft pick, the front office seems to be playing a dangerous game. Reports suggest they're attempting to quietly cut corners, hoping Stewart's camp won't push back. But this isn't just about Stewart. This sends a message to the entire locker room. Sure, the Bengals have managed their salary cap wisely in recent years. But now the question becomes, at what cost? You don't build a championship culture by undercutting your young talent. You don't create stability by allowing contract disputes to spill into training camp. And while players like Joe Burrow or Evan McPherson may publicly downplay the drama, behind closed doors, there's no doubt this is a distraction. Every team faces adversity, but when that adversity is self-inflicted, that's when you have a problem. This contract standoff is starting to chip away at the chemistry the Bengals have worked so hard to build. Players talk. Agents talk. When headlines suggest a franchise is lowballing a first-rounder, it echoes far beyond just one player. And the worst part? The Bengals aren't even tight on cap space. There's flexibility. There's room. So why turn a routine signing into a battle? What's happening right now with Shamar Stewart and the Bengals shouldn't be happening. Not this close to training camp. Yes, Stewart hasn't signed. Yes, he's new. But his frustration is starting to make sense when you look at how the Bengals have handled this. The message being sent, whether intentional or not, is that this organization is more concerned with winning the negotiation than winning football games. That's a dangerous reputation to build. Instead of locking down their top draft pick quickly and confidently, they've created an unnecessary public standoff. And now, rumors are flying. Some reports even suggest Stewart might explore returning to college, trying to exploit loopholes that would allow him to rejoin Texas A&M under no protection, despite being drafted. Whether that's realistic or not, the fact that it's even being talked about shows just how far this situation has spiraled. This entire dispute should have been handled quietly, behind closed doors, like any serious football operation would. Instead, it's now front-page drama. And even though the Bengals front office hasn't made public statements, the reported terms of the offer speak volumes. This kind of tension doesn't just affect Stewart. It casts a shadow over the locker room and raises questions for every future free agent watching from the outside. If I sign with Cincinnati, are they going to try to cut corners with me too? The Bengals should be entering camp with full momentum, a roster focused, a fan base hyped. But instead of excitement, this contract mess is eating up the headlines. And that's the real shame here. Instead of spotlighting the team's growth, we're stuck in a storyline about mistrust and mismanagement. And that's not the kind of energy you want heading into a crucial season. Bengals fans are growing tired. And honestly, who can blame them? This entire contract saga with Shamar Stewart feels like a mess that never should have happened. Both sides carry blame. Stewart's decision to remain unsigned, speak publicly, and stir speculation isn't helping. But the Bengals front office, that's where the bigger issue lies. Trying to undercut a first rounder by offering less than what last year's 17th pick received? That's not smart cap management. That's short-sighted decision-making. And the real concern? Every day this continues, Stewart is missing crucial reps. He's raw, talented, yes, but far from a finished product. He needs training camp. He needs to be on the field, absorbing the playbook, adjusting to the NFL speed, building chemistry with the defense. None of that happens from the sideline. And yet, here we are. This isn't just about contracts anymore. It's about lost time, lost trust, and possibly lost potential. The Bengals have a choice to make, fast. They can dig in and risk letting this drag on. Or they can do what good organizations do, find a middle ground and move forward. Because the longer this lasts, the more it clouds what should be a clear focus: winning football games. The window is open. Burrow is healthy. The defense is evolving. The roster is built to compete. But every distraction chips away at momentum. And this one, frankly, has gone on long enough.